like this case, and they didn't treat it like the international case based on the Brussels IIbs. So I had no chance to have some feedback from them, except that they gave me some good elements to fight based on the Article 10, I think, and 12 of the Brussels IIbs, and 12 is about also the marriage. What has done the France to be able to continue with the case of the custody? My husband placed the divorce case in France after me, and the French didn't have a chance to say we have the jurisdiction. In his divorce, he put all the elements of the custody of the child. He even mentioned the first case in France. So all was there. And the French judge told, sorry, we really don't have the jurisdiction for this. It should be done by Poland. But the French judge lied in the description of the decision, because she said, your divorce request doesn't include the elements related with the custody of the child. I had 7 pages, and on the 5 pages I had all the elements of the custody of the child, but the judge says, no, it doesn't include it. Why she did it? Because on this way, she could continue the game of Poland to say we separate those cases. She is left with her divorce. We don't care, but the child is ours. So this case will be also probably placed in the High Court because it is unacceptable. And now also, finally, the first case from France came to Poland, and after I got the decision, the child needs to stay with you. It is unacceptable that she goes away to France now after those years. It was the end of 2018. She stays in Poland. The end of the 577 after the Convention of Child Abduction. And what is happening? The first case from France came, and this was only a temporary, how we call it, a temporary provisional decision to put my child in France. And in January this year, the court, a different court but of the same region, has decided to respect the decision of France for the provisional decision that was just provisional for the main case of divorce, to give Amélie back to France. So I have 2 different decisions, valid in Polish ground, saying the child needs to stay in Poland, and saying the child needs to go to France, even though the decision the child needs to go to Poland was from the end of 2018, and the decision the child needs to be with the father was of 2016. And Polish court said, okay, we respect this decision, and we implement it in Poland. Then I had the case of the my arrest, the European arrest warrant. How was it done? In practice, because it is scandalous. It is scandalous, and I think it will have its prolongation afterwards. I have an apartment that I rent, so the owner of the apartment called me that the police was there, I'm not living there, and they are searching me under the warranty of the European warrant, how do you call it? A European warrant of arrest. I knew it in the morning, so I said, and I have already had 2 meetings with our Minister of Justice, Mr. Wójcik, to present him all these issues and to ask him to help me in the case. So my first reaction was, where should I go? It was May this year. I will go to the ministry. I will go to the ministry because he knows what is going on. I can be arrested. I need to find the help there. So I parked close to the ministry, and when I was just before the door to enter him, I was arrested by the police, but the police that were just like not officially dressed, without giving my ID card. They just said, "You go with us to the car." I started to scream, to shout that I'm going to the ministry. The ministry knew that because I called him before. So they took me to the car, and just in the car, the media, I called the media before, just the television to present my case. The street was clean, so there were no media anymore, and I was put in the car, and I was placed in the police station, and they told me I need to spend a night in the police station, and the following morning I go to the prosecutor because I need to be given away to France. So I spent my first night, illegally, as we know now, on the police station. Ombudsman also knows this case. I described step by step the day when I was arrested and under which conditions I was arrested. Until this day, I don't have the answer of the Ombudsman. So, the following day I went to the prosecutor. The prosecutor told me, just tell us your story, because you are accused to the child abduction, to the child kidnapping. Tell me how it is, how it was in real. So I told him that I had the full rights and so on and so on. And after the rehearsal, they said, okay, you are free, and we will give you the date of the court to recognize your case. And we went already with Michał, and the court said that actually everything, all the basis not to let me go to France, where how do you say, where że wszystkie warunki były spełnione.
Because like I introduced you to the Polish law and the Polish constitution, that we don't give back our citizens when it's not the criminal act in Poland. So all those things were in Ms. Aleksandra Kondracka checked, and it was okay. And the court said that the France.
That not only that only the formal basis are not completed to let me go, but the France is violating the Article 8 of the human rights, because they would refuse me to live with my family, and I am the family of Amelie. The parent is not present any longer in the story, and he doesn't want to be present in the story. And that they should let me in peace in general. But the story will be long, because I have a divorce, because I have the continuation of the Convention of the civil aspects of child abduction in front of me. So I want to say that all those 4 years, it is disastrous, it is so stressful, and we don't receive help really from the ombudsman. Of the ombudsman of the child, yes, they are acting, and in many cases they finally go in the case. So the change of the law is horrible, because now we are in the hands of 3 people in our country: ombudsman of child, and the Procurator General. We know that we have few cases reported since 2018, and I am really wondering what are the real results. Because before, you had a chance to defend yourself on the basis of our constitutional rights. Now the Constitution is under the international law, which makes us a kind of slaves of the euro. This is my opinion, unfortunately. And we will see on the statistics how the implementation of this law really goes. Because I would like to know how many of the cassation complaints were accepted, and how many were won by the mothers or fathers, because there are also fathers in this difficult situation.
I only want to stress that we are under the Brussels II and the Hague Convention, so the mechanism to exploit the children. But the courts are not using those conventions who protect the child and protect the mother, who is or the father. So this is like not using this correctly. Okay, we have so much less time, but I would like to give a floor also to Ms. Aldona Pająkowska, who has a case in Poland and also a case in Italy. She has a case with a criminal, criminal case, also a family case to drop your family rights. Also, yes. Czy ograniczy Pani prawa rodzicielskie, muszę, tak?
Na chwilę obecną nie wiem, jak tam wygląda moja sytuacja, bo muszę dotknąć, niczym nie informuje. Mimo, że prosiłam o to, żeby mnie poinformowano, tak? Coś się w ogóle dzieje, czy tam jakieś, tak,
so Mrs. Aldona saying that she don't know really what's happening there because the council service are not really working, not informing, because she's asking. So this is the cooperation of the Ministry of Justice with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the before case was the cooperation between Ministry of Justice and the police. So this is the practice. How is it? This is practice. So I would like to ask Mrs. Aldona, because we don't have so much time, on the experts in the cases, because we see that in some cases the prosecutors are working better than the ombudsman. Excuse me. Sometimes, and we see that the expertise, the court expertise are working not objectively. And I can say only one thing what I read from Mrs. Aldona Pająkowska case, that one of the experts, pedagogy and psychologist, was writing in the expertise that she came into this expertise place with red paint of the fingers of her toes, for instance. This kind of information are really important for this case, of course. So if you can give me a...
A więc tak, od 2017 roku u nas się toczy konwencja haska.
2017 you have a convention.
W pierwszej